Many things can be said about the Kremling King in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Some consider him broken, others say he sucks. Some may think that he's saucy, others think he's lame. But there is one thing everybody can agree on. As King K.Rule actually is a crocodile. Oh yeah, and his projectiles have dumb combos we will be talking about today, so see you after the intro. So today we will be looking at most combos King K.Rule can do with his projectiles, Cannonball and Crown in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Starting off with what Cannonball can combo into. We will move on with everything that can combo into Cannonball. After that, we will be talking about simple and later on in the end about advanced Crown combos. Every combo shown here will be ranked in two separate areas: difficulty and efficiency. Difficulty obviously describes how hard it is to pull off a combo and is also part of the efficiency. Efficiency is based on two main facts. How likely are you going to get a combo if you know how to do it? Meaning mostly the difficulty of landing the combo starter correctly. And how much reward you get for hitting it. So, let's start with Cannonball combos. While Cannonball is not usually used to combo, dash attack is definitely one of the most viable options to follow up. The sudden burst forwards allows this move to hit more reliably than many others, while still suffering from neutral breeze enormous end lag, which is the main reason Cannonball can only be used for combos from far away. Being decently strong and definitely one of K.Rule's 3 best options here, while actually being easy for being a Cannonball follow-up. This combo gets 4 out of 10 points for difficulty, yet only just as much for efficiency with how likely you are to get this combo and the payoff being rather small. Fair is another case quite similar to dash attack, just that you can use it to hit opponents being higher up, which makes it the go-to option with your opponent at a little higher percent. This is pretty much all this is good for though, and with no possibility to get a true follow-up after a fair and dead spot, this combo, while only getting 4 points for difficulty as well, also has to stay at 3 points for efficiency. Up tilt after a Cannonball is a little harder to hit than the two leading follow-ups, obviously being caused by the move's smaller range, even though sliding up tilt has a slightly farther range, making it easier to hit. This combined with the move's strength and yet again no way to get a true follow-up leads to this being practically useless as a follow-up out of Cannonball, because other options will always be better in every aspect. Difficulty 5 and efficiency 2 describe this follow-up for what it is. Jab out of Cannonball is honestly a follow-up just in this video because it can work, yet it is one of the only options even worse than up tilt to go for. As jab has nearly no range, you need to do it standing, and that makes it hard to even hit. Combined with that, it is one of the most useless follow-ups. Its only use being that on lower percent it could lead to a tech chase setup. Still, jab after Cannonball gets 6 points for difficulty and only 1 for efficiency. After 2 practically useless follow-ups, forward tilt presents us one of the best options to go for after a Cannonball hits your opponent. This move's great range combined with knockback and power make it not only decently easy to hit, but also more rewarding than most other options. F-tilt should be your go-to option if you are unsure about hitting, so you do not want to commit to the lack of a dash attack. The greatest downside of this follow-up is that to truly have a use for it, you should master sliding F-tilt, which can be done by 2 instant turnarounds before doing the tilt, preferably with tilt stick, which gives F-tilt even more range. As this is quite necessary, this combo gets 5 points for difficulty, yet the decently rewarding 4 for efficiency, which is not much, but good for a Cannonball follow-up at least. Take forward air as a follow-up and make it worse. Less range and less power. Make this combo not only harder to hit but also less rewarding than a forward air as a follow-up. The only upside is this move's armor, which can save you if you miss the move, which is definitely more likely than it would be if you just used forward air. 5 points for difficulty, only 2 for efficiency. This one is quite similar to jab. Something you are never going to go for. It's unnecessarily hard to hit and not even that powerful. Just don't go for this. 6 points for difficulty and only 1 for efficiency. While not being very useful as it is shown here, Crown can be a very good follow-up after Cannonball, as it is probably the true combo most likely to lead to an even greater string and even more damage. Another strength is the projectile's range, making this one of the easiest and definitely most useful combos out of Cannonball. As if you are lucky, Crown may hit on its way back as well, leading to many follow-ups shown later in this video. 2 points for difficulty and 6 for efficiency. Up air is an interesting case. While it is definitely one of the hardest to hit follow-ups of this projectile, this move's power is definitely remarkable. Especially landing on a platform with the up air's hop can allow for great juggle situations after Cannonball hits. Still, there are definitely more useful options to choose. This combo gets 5 points for difficulty and 4 for efficiency. Well, take up air, make it do more damage and be grounded. That's that. The lack of upwards movement takes away up air's niche platform situations from this move though, making it less useful in general. 5 points for difficulty, yet only 3 for efficiency. Cannonball's best follow-up. grab has many great advantages over any other option to choose. Dash grab being fast and having great mobility and range makes it quite possible to hit even from close up, especially combined with many people not jumping after getting hit by Cannonball at low percent. With 4 great throws, even though down throw is quite useless at this percent, K.Rule has a multitude of great options to choose from after doing this. From simple things like F-throw dash attack on heavier characters to hard reads with crown or smash attacks. Only 2 points for difficulty and 7 for efficiency. A follow-up to style on your opponents. Not being strong or easy to hit, Cannonball into down air is definitely not a good but a fun to hit combo at higher percent. It only works if you shoot the Cannonball from very far away though, really only being useful as a stupid shield break punish option. 6 points for difficulty, yet only 2 for efficiency. Cannonball follow-ups are one of the very few cases in which back air is just better than K.Rule's other main spike down air. While you need to get a good raw back air standing for reverse aerial rush back air, this combo is easier to hit and stronger than down air, making it just better in every way. This can actually be a fun shield break punish at lower percent, if you are bored of going for smash attacks or reverse crown. 5 points for difficulty and 3 for efficiency. Alright, so I will be honest. Before recording these combos, I had no idea that this could actually be a thing. While definitely being a niche option that can only be done with a Cannonball from far away, F-Smash is definitely the strongest option looking at just the power. While just charging a smash attack is usually better, this could be a potential funny get up attack punish or shield break punish. 6 points for difficulty but just as much for efficiency, even if only because of its great strength. Kind of a niche option I want to quickly cover is shooting your Cannonball towards the stage while being off stage, making it drop down and possibly comboing into back air, down air, neutral air, forward air or even a footstool. While it can be very tricky to hit, this is a niche technique that can close out matches and give you great comebacks and clips. To close out the section, I just want to quickly show the option to put opponents into tech situations on platform with Cannonball. While usually not being too great, it can have quite an impact playing on town and city side platforms, where a get up catch with Cannonball into a missed tech punished by a back air can kill your opponent at percent as low as 40. This will not be ranked. Yeah, so the last segment was much longer than I expected already, but I still think it was decently useful as rarely people talk about combos out of Cannonball. Yet comboing into Cannonball is quite a different story. For this reason as well as time, I will not go over everything that combos into Cannonball in detail, but just show you a short montage of everything I did in training mode. Down B is not included even though it can combo if you get attacked, and up B may work at like 999%, but is not included for obvious reasons. See you again for the crown combos after the montage. So let's start off the section with the one King K.Rule combo itself. Reverse crown into back air. Performing this combo is quite easy, and even though having it actually be true on the combo counter can be a little harder than it seems. Close to the ledge, this combo can be devastating if your opponent just does the single mistake of trying to hit your crown armor, killing them at percent way below 50. Depending on their percentage, you obviously need to choose between short and full hop back air to make this combo be true at different percent. Maybe you will also need a double jump at very high percent, but this is quite unlikely, I believe. As I will only rank the combo's difficulty with the crown combos, as most of them shown here are just insanely effective. A jab jab crown back air gets 4 points for difficulty, being a confirm you may actually hit in a serious match. And I speak from experience. As it is shown here, this combo is honestly useless. Jab jab reverse crown nair is something you will never go for at higher percent, as in every situation a different aerial, mostly up air, forward air or back air, will be better. As shown later though, at low percent nair may be the best option to choose, putting your opponents in bad spots or actually just true comboing them after the reverse crown. Even if it's not that effective at high percent, this combo is very easy, getting only 2 points for difficulty, maybe 3 if you want to send them with your back. Forward air is a great follow-up after crown at higher and lower percentages. This move just does it all. Comboing, killing, even yourself by fast falling just once off stage. Okay, well, that's a different topic. Forward air is definitely a great follow-up after crown, but it is quite overshadowed by back air and up air, as both of them hit as you are turned towards your opponent and kill earlier. At low percent, this follow-up is definitely more useful than those two, and then at higher percent, possibly granting powerful follow-ups, as you may see later. It is quite easy to hit as you face towards your opponent. If you want to send them away though, as shown in this clip, it is a little more difficult. That's why I will be giving this combo 5 points for difficulty, but only for how it is shown in the clip you saw. This guide honestly makes down air seem like a worse version of back air, which it isn't. This move is powerful enough to get a own guide one day, but let's stay here for the moment. Down air is a follow-up mostly seen if King K.Rule gets launched upwards after throwing the crown and the opponent being hit by the returning crown afterwards, as they are underneath the croc off stage at that point. At low percent, down air leads to possibly King K.Rule's most devastating true combo he has, that you will see later in the advanced part. But at high percent, it is just a worse version of back air and a harder one to hit at that. 5 points for difficulty. This is definitely the most common crown follow-up, and a very powerful one at that. Depending on rage and character, this confirm can kill the roster between 60 and 180%, a range of around 120%. Everything in between can work depending on the character. You can land this confirm pretty much after every crown, even if at percent until at least 80 on midweights. There is usually a better follow-up if it is up smash or a low percent combo. This is definitely K.Rule's easiest crown follow-up and one of the most effective ones at that. If you ever see a King K.Rule playing in any bracket, you know he definitely did this combo before. And 2 points for difficulty. Once again, up smash is pretty much just a grounded but stronger up air. Yet, other than for Cannonball, this is actually an advantage over up air if you combo after reverse crown. While the percent necessary to hit this combo are lower, making it have a smaller percent range, it also kills earlier, being the second most devastating K.Rule reverse crown combo that you can actually hit consistently, all while not being difficult. Depending on the opponent's percent, you may need to move back a little before up smashing or not. Me and many other K.Rules prefer to just move back a little for safety though. 3 points for difficulty. This combo you usually do if you decide to respect neither your opponent nor yourself. Getting the up B to hit and kill can be harder than it looks, especially when on the ground. The most consistent way to make this combo actually become kind of useful is to confirm neutral air into a reverse crown into up B at around 40 to 50% on a platform on, for example, Pokemon Stadium 2, Small Battlefield, or Yoshi's Story, just speaking of legal stages here. Yet, as you may see in the comparison, on the ground this combo works at the same percent up smash does, and being way more difficult. Reverse crown into up E is purely for disrespect, and has to get 6 to 7 points for difficulty. So remember how I told you that crown into up smash is probably K.Rule's second most devastating simple crown combo, probably just clashing with back air. Well, this is the most destructive of them all. Jab, jab, reverse crown F smash is an insane kill confirm that many K-Rules, myself included, do not use enough. I believe there is also a way to do it better than I did here if you move forward just a little to actually make this confirm be true and kill some percent earlier, yet I couldn't get it as I accidentally used crown sliding all the time. Destructive yet kind of advanced, this combo is something a good K.Rule player should definitely know about. Difficulty for how I did it gets 5 points and closes out the simple crown combos. Now we get to what you've all been waiting for. The cherry on top of King K.Rule's combo game. Destruction and pain for all that dare face the Kremling King. From true kill confirms at 30 to footstool shenanigans and stylish shield break punishes way above the usual reverse crown back air. You will see all of this here in the advanced crown combos. But before we get to the very cool stuff, let's look at a few less cool or true combos that may still be useful in your gameplay. Something that I definitely could have clarified earlier, but didn't, as I think especially less experienced rules should stick to jab jab to start reverse crown combos, is that there is quite a collection of other combo starters for what you just saw. Neutral air and forward air both combo into reverse crown just as well, only at a higher angle, giving you nearly all the combos shown before, with exceptions like F smash, yet also making some easier like up air or up B. Another possibility to combo into reverse crown is sour down air, but yeah, you will not get that if you try, as you shouldn't even try it. This is the first of a few crown combos that I will show today. The combo counter does not address them as true, and I'm honestly not sure if they are on characters that have options lower than frame 2. Yet it definitely is a mix-up that can and will hit people very often. Especially heavyweights and big bodies. And only if you space it correctly. One of the possible yet less good follow-ups is just F smash, which gets quite some damage in but also no way to follow up. Yet I still think you should give it a try, as you may think crown combos are bullshit right now, but they are actually a key part of my gameplay and never disappoint me. No difficulty ranks for crown combos, only once we get to the good stuff again. As simple and weak as this looks, crown fair is a great combo, mostly used by me after following up forward throw around 30 with a crown throw that hits the opponent twice. While other follow-ups are possible, and back air also being a great tool that may lead to more if you get a read. Forward air is simple yet effective, especially as it will put your opponent off stage most of the time. And as you may know, K.Rule's greatest strength is probably to ledge trap, which is why forward air is a better follow-up than, for example, up air would be. Speaking of, don't worry, I won't go over all crown combos, just 2 actually more advanced ones. This combo looks insanely fake. I know that as much as you do, and yes, while it is not true from what I know, it is closer to it than it looks, as back air has quite a lot of hits done on percent close before sending upwards. This combo is mostly used as a mix-up tool. You do when you don't grab or get a forward air at 0, which are likely Rool's go-to options for grab into dash attack or forward air grab into dash attack to get them into mid percent, but as you saw, it racks up damage like pretty much nothing else does. 75% and just some rage. And it nearly kills people as well. Lightweights and small characters may not be hit though, as back air will send them up immediately, or crown just doesn't work on small characters like Pichu. This is a combo similar to what I just covered, yet actually more consistent, as it is more true if you input the grab correctly. Once again, this is an insanely damaging combo, yet in my eyes it's also more versatile, as there is much you can do out of a grab. As shown in the clip, you can up throw for the most raw damage. You can forward throw and go for a read, or just throw them off stage with it. Or you can down throw and go for a mesh read. While being quite situational, like many K.Rule combos are, this is a very useful thing to know. The first advanced crown combo not needing the double crown hit, and actually one of the easiest ones at that. While thanks to the combo counter not measuring grabs, I am not quite sure if it was true in this case. It definitely can be on heavier characters and probably even lighter characters. But even if not, it can definitely hit lighter characters as well. While not being as damaging as the combos leading up to this. It is a combo you will find a way to get way more often that still leads to a lot, especially with the grab. Just going for a single raw back air after a forward throw may easily lead to a 0 to death if your opponent is not reacting well and quick, and if you mix them up doing so. Once again, I'm speaking from experience, as this can clutch out whole sets if you are just sneaky enough. Only usefulness will be rated here, and I know I'm insanely inconsistent with what I'm rating, but well. This combo, up to the grab, gets 7 out of 10 for usefulness. Not getting more, as the damage output is not insane compared to combos later. Probably the most straightforward advanced combo. What you see is what you get, and that's nearly 45% if you just land a short hop fast fall in air. Like many low percent combos, you will probably not use it often, as K.Rule still sticks to fair into grab into dash attack, or just step 2 and 3 for his early damage. Yet it is a combo you may choose to do if you hit a reverse crown early on. It's pretty much just an alternative option to the combo you just saw before. Working more safely, yet less efficient most of the time. Still, I do consider both those combos as equals. In the process, giving this 7 points for usefulness as well. One of the conceptually easiest and also most useful reverse crown combos. Pretty much everything that combos into grab with Rool at low percent is great. And like it does for this character, Reverse Crown does it insanely well. There's really not much to say about it, except for attention. This combo will hit many characters, but if you've got some rage and a smaller character, the grab can and will miss sometimes. At all, it is a typical K.Rule low percent combo to get your opponent to risky percent fast, as around those 46% you see here, some kill setups actually already start working and some moves like down smash can just kill. But that's more of a general K.Rule thing that I will cover more if I ever decide to do a guide that's not advantage only. 8 points for usefulness, as you'll actually get this pretty often and it does its job very well. Now we are up with one of the most difficult yet strongest King K.Rule combo routes. At mid percent you can do your usual jab jab reverse crown stuff, but combo it into an on-stage down air. Play a lot and test it in training mode to get the percent, as you need to have dealt damage as close as possible to the amount down air needs to spike them upwards to have enough hits done. You should use a fast fall short hop down air, pressing the move itself at the top of your jump to get to the ground pretty much at the same time your opponent does. If you manage to do so, you will be presented with two optimal follow-ups, one of them being this one, grab. Once again, after grab there's just a lot of stuff you can do, which I will not repeat as you've heard it more than enough now. 7 points for usefulness, as it is very strong, but also more difficult than many may believe. The second follow-up you can get after jab jab reverse crown down air may be Rool's hardest to true hit combo, yet it is possible, as you can see here. If you hit your down air with the belly, down tilt can be a true follow-up that can be comboed into down air into F smash for immense damage and kill power. If done mid-stage, characters like Rob can die at percent around 30. This truly is K.Rule's strongest actually useful combo, and maybe the hardest one as well. Maybe losing to some untrue footstool setups that you will see later on. 8 points for usefulness. My tip, definitely try getting this in training mode before going for it in a real match. Reverse Crown is one of K.Rule's most important combo tools for many reasons. And one of those, especially if you want to style on your opponents, is that it's the best option to set up into footstools. K.Rule can't get a lot out of those, but that doesn't mean nothing. Forward air, maybe down air, I'm honestly quite bad at rising aerials. Up tilt and dash attack are stuff you can definitely get. Obviously, your opponent needs to miss their tech though. You can read what they'll do for a few other follow-ups though, potentially even more deadly ones, as you can greatly see in the clip in the background. Dash attack is a simple but damaging option and probably the most simple footstool combo to get here. 2 points for usefulness. It's very cool, but your opponent needs to mess up quite bad to get hit by this. It's more likely to just get dash attack without a jab lock. It also is not as strong as other follow-ups. If you want to read your opponent's tech options in a different way, you can short hop as you footstool them and then go for a down air. On lower percent, you can jab block them as early there does that and gives you opportunity for many follow-ups. On higher percent, there is your usual cast of moves that down air combos into. Up smash, F smash, both harder to hit, but grab being very easy. Once again, there's a ton of stuff you can do after grab. As you can decide where you drift with down air, it's just a guessing game as you hit the footstool. And it can give you great clips. 4 points for usefulness as it is a little easier and less easy to escape than the clip before. Honestly, these last 3 that will follow are of nearly no real use but to style on your opponent. 3 platform setups, one of which is this. Reverse crown into waveland F smash. A possible shield break punish if you want to do something unnecessary. Down smash also works at this spot. Up smash does at higher percent. What is important is for you not to jump to the platform immediately, as crown follows the Kremling King a little. Meaning if you immediately jump up, your crown will just go over the opponent's head. Waveland is the best way to make sure you can get the attack in time. 3 points for usefulness, yet I'd personally go for it if I ever got a shield break on PS2 or small battlefield because it's not too difficult and honestly, it's kinda funny and I've never seen anybody do it. I will try and maybe figure out more uses for a crown like this because if there would be a way to get reverse crown into plat stuff somewhat consistently, I sense immense untouched K.Rule clip potential. If you want to take a risk, you can combine the reverse crown platform Waveland with another setup I really love but rarely see used for obvious reasons. Down throw jab at the platform's corner, having the opponent fall off and be put in a tech situation, which people may miss as they don't expect it. If you find an opponent with less than average mesh, this might be a very cool option to go for. Of course, instead of dash attack you can also try to read their options and go for a clip even better. If any of you watching this ever manages to pull this off into reading the opponent's get-up attack with your forward taunt armor into down tilt back air spike, I will give you such a big shout out, and well, if I ever do that you will definitely see it on this channel. It's just a concept I thought of that's very stylish if you manage to somehow get it. 1 point for usefulness, but 9 for style, which is yet another category I just invented. You can thank me later. Let's finish this guide. But honestly, we are done with the real clips already. What you are seeing in the background is just something I freestyled on an unmoving CPU before stopping to record. At fitting percent, reverse crown may set up a tech situation on a plat, and if they miss it and you are ready, you can jab lock and try a platform drop off combo. If they miss another tech, free clip. No rankings. So that's it for my first and maybe only ever guide I want to do on King K. Rule. What can I say, as kind of a roundup. King K.Rule's projectile combos are very fun to use. Some of them are pretty powerful and not known to many players, yet very specific. King K.Rule is a character which advantage state is based around your awareness as a player. If you see an opportunity, use it. And if you do that, your advantage state will likely go well. So, this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, maybe learned something for your King K.Rule that you are likely going to have if you watched to this point. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and maybe I could help you. And hopefully see you in another video.